All right, welcome to the daily market analysis for 19 April. What we're going to do tonight is go over updates to the market since last night and identify setups for the rest of this week and potentially next week. This will be the last webinar, the last daily market analysis for this week and next week. From now on until the 30th, we will be sending screenshots as much as possible through the evening, and then we will come back together on the 30th to basically have a closeout what we said was going to happen compared to what did happen. All right, first pair we're going to go over is going to be EJ. All right, so I have had it with EJ. It has been consolidating for 3 weeks. I'm ready to spectate, sit on the side to see what is going to happen next when it shifts, and I will wait for the next setup. As of right now, it is coming back up to retest the high like I said it was going to last night. It did not do it last night. It is currently pushing up now through the Asian session. So a lot later than I said. They did some consolidating down here at the low, worked the low, blew past yesterday's low, right? Issued a moon outside the Bollinger Band, came back second leg during US. Really didn't do too much during London. Came back during US, right? Divergency, you see the incline here, you see the incline here, and then pushed up about 35-ish pips. Aggressive move down, and then continuous push up through Asian. We never trade Asian, so we're waiting to see how they behave tonight. Again, this is the range I'm expecting them to retest tonight, issue us a moon, a M, and then drop. What I'm hoping for is first leg during Asian, come down, right? Second leg during London, and then take off. If that does not happen tonight, I am done with EJ. There are other setups happening. We're just gonna wait and sit on the side. All right, moving on to GC. So this one has moved very aggressively. About
300 pips.
Yeah, 350-ish pips. ADR times 3 is 330, so they have exceeded the ADR times 3. We're looking for a reversal now. On the day time frame, we have an aggressive, very aggressive candle. All this was done in one day. They issued us a star, right? Not too concerned with that. Just letting us know that a reversal could happen. I would rather see a moon up there. Maybe tonight it will. If this candle right here continues to push up, right? TDI is outside of the Bollinger Band. That's what we like to see. On the 4-hour time frame, there is our moon, right? And they're coming down, hitting the 5 EMA. Right, TDI is way outside of the Bollinger Band, coming back in. I would like to see tonight the second leg come inside. We'll move down to the 1 hour to demonstrate that. Oh, of course, let me cover. So you see this pink box is where I said that they were going to move. They did just that, not as high as I said they were going to before giving us this indicator, this moon, but that's what I said was going to happen. We did not trade it, of course, because it was Sunday going into Monday, and that is false move week beginning. but this is falling in line with what we projected for the week. So on the hour time frame, we have a sun, right? TDI is blown past the high level line and the extremely high level line, right? Coming back in to the Bollinger Band. Now, I would like to see this come back up, right? And either hit the top Bollinger Band or close below before um, crossing back over this red EMA here. So, of course, I want to see the TDI cross over the red EMA again, right? Staying within the Bollinger Band and then crossing back over this red EMA during London tonight. All right. So again, first leg, not really as sharp as I would like it. Right, it's rounded, which definitely to me is consolidation. It could be just a completion of level, which could mean a stop hunt is coming. So they could push down, right, and then come up, break out of the Asian range, stop hunt up here, and then give us a M before dropping. So I'm gonna leave this space up here. You see I'm not bringing that pink box down because it could stop hunt and exceed the current high for today and then issue us a moon and drop. But TDI is outside of the extremely high level. That lets us know that it is going to reverse tonight. All right. Moving on to CAD Yen. Let me turn my phone on silent. Sorry about that. Moving on to CAD Yen. All right, last night I said that they were going to push up to about this range right here. They did not do that. After consolidating, the market maker basically weighed who got it right compared to how many he had trapped. If he would have shifted up here, he wouldn't have made as much money. So he stopped hunted, extended the low, right? And then you can see right here at the price action, they've issued us a moon. TDI is outside of the Bollinger Band and is making its way towards the market baseline. So what I'm expecting them to do tonight, go down to the 1 hour time frame, is to come back down, hopefully during London, and either retest this low, giving us a multi-session or multi-day M, or come up right as they're doing now, come down during London, hit the stop hunt box that will be forming down here. It looks like this. Give us a W and then take off. You see on the 1 hour time frame, TDI is at the market baseline now. I don't foresee them coming up too much more before coming back down to retest. So either it'll be here or down towards the 25 pip box. All right. Matter of fact, let me adjust this. Since it didn't do what I said it was going to do last night, we'll go ahead and shift this down. See if I get it wrong 2 days in a row. Damn market makers. That's too much. We'll do that. Yep, that's about right. All right, that'll be set for tomorrow night. Moving on to GA. So this is another one that continued to rise. Didn't do what I said it was going to. Last night, you see that they painted a W, right? Came up right below the 50 EMA. TDI wasn't quite at the mid-level line, right? And it had started crossing over the red EMA. I pushed this. I set this box. You see, ADR is at 145. ADR times 3 is 389. They weren't quite at ADR, or not even halfway to ADR times 3, but I expected them to push down a lot further, to retest this low. They didn't. They only came down, hit a stop punt right at this red EMA before taking off. So not really wrong, but not as we wouldn't have booked as many pips if taking that trade than what I had projected. So I'm expecting the same thing, essentially that it did last night, for them to come down potentially at this 50 EMA, right? Railroad track, or pin the 50 EMA. This is a railroad track. I'm expecting the same thing at the 50 before continuing this trend. Now, based off the behavior that they have given us. So we'll set that there. Bring that in some, and bam. So that's what I'm expecting them to come down to the 50, around the 50 EMA, and then continuing up. Again, ADR times 3 is 389, and they are only at 265, so they have to continue the trend to about here-ish. All right, moving on to UF. Another one that did another stop punt down to the 800 EMA. You see now that we have price action at this EMA, they have railroad tracked, consolidated, moved sideways, and issued us a M. You can't really see it as clear on the 4-hour time frame, but TDI is at the low level line, and it's hit the market baseline now. Don't expect them to go down to the 1-hour time frame. I don't expect them to push up too much more, but if they do, it'll be at around this 50 EMA here, before dropping these. This isn't really an aggressive shift, right? So I'm expecting them to come back down, retest this low before taking off. All right, let's see what ADR is. Definitely exceeded it. So they have shifted 334. ADR times 3 is 181. So this is definitely a stop punt. You got level 1 right here, and level 2, level 3, and then this is a peak. The rest of this is just peak formation. So they're continuing to drop because they got plenty of money down there to grab. They're being greedy right now, but when they shift, it's going to be an aggressive shift, and I'm guarantee you that there's a news release coming up that is going to take all of that back in one swipe. All right, moving on to NU. So another stop punt, right? This is where I was expecting them to reverse last night. TDI was outside the Bollinger Band at the high level line. They came down, hit the market baseline right when I pushed this out last night. So I was expecting them to come back up and retest. They extended the high and then are currently retesting it now. You'll be able to see it clear on the 1-hour time frame. So there it is. I was expecting them to come back here, right? Last night during London, they extended the high, did a stop punt, right? Came back down to the 13 EMA, and again are currently retesting it. This is yesterday's high. You see that blue line right here, blue tracer, right? This is where I'm expecting them to stay. I don't foresee them doing another stop punt. We'll check ADR, the average daily range on the 4-hour. It is currently 249. ADR times 3 is 187. So they're being very greedy right now. A lot of consolidation you can see that was on the 4 hour time frame. So I'm expecting them to come back up and retest during London and then dropping. Right, so that is one of my favorites for tonight. Moving on to AC. So this one I said we were not going to trade unless they came down to this point right here. Uh, at that time we had only had first leg. Now they've come up and given us second leg. They pushed up, exceeded the high, but that is okay. I'm expecting them to continue up a little bit more based off of TDI. You see, first leg was they closed right below the high level line, just outside the Bollinger Band. Came down, hit the market baseline. Right, this is them railroad tracking on the 200, coming back up to retest. For the 1 hour time frame, and you can see here's the previous high. This is the current high now. TDI is on his way back up to the high level line, right, on his way up to the top Bollinger Band as well. So we'll let them continue pushing, and then once they issue, if they issue us a second leg tonight, we'll take that short. I like this setup a lot better than what was given last night. So I said we weren't going to take this unless they came back down to retest, but judging or based off their behavior, they're definitely going to be dropping. So if they do that tonight, then we'll take it short. AU. So we have a huge head and shoulders, right? And then a repeat of the level on AU. Here's your left shoulder, head, right shoulder. It came down. Now they're coming back up to repeat the level. I don't foresee them exceeding this point right here. So I'll go ahead and insert this, change the color to pink. So again, I don't foresee them exceeding this point right here, right? Because they'll be releasing money after. Even if he does retest this point right here, he'll be releasing money. So I don't see them coming back up too much more. TDI is at the top. Bollinger Band is just now popping outside of it. But anything after this point and up is doing nothing but releasing money. He's got traders trapped down here. That's why he's pulling back up. But he had a lot of traders trapped here and traders trapped here. There's a lot more people that trade the higher time frame than what expected, because the patterns are a lot more predictable. All right, moving on to UC. UC we have been following for the longest time. Currently, they're on their way back down to retest. This is not really an aggressive move, not really a trend. So all of this is considered one level. We like to see movement like this, right? Long, strong candles. These are all short, letting us know now that we have our first leg, letting us know that a reversal is coming. They're just grabbing as much as they can on the way, hitting the high, right, dropping, hitting it again, right, enticing or inducing people or retail traders to go long as they're shifting away, right, and then they're gonna make all that back and take all these guys out once they get them trapped down here. When they go long. So we'll continue to watch this, monitor it. Right now, TDI is at the market baseline. but it's just been consolidating. There's no real trend. Hopefully, news release comes, brings them back down here, and then we'll be paying attention to that. All right, NJ. Let me shift these over. NJ, on the day time frame, we have our initial high, right? Retest of the level. They shifted down to blew past the 50 EMA, right? TDI was outside of the Bollinger Band. They came back up. Didn't come all the way back up here because they would have released traders. Hit the 50 EMA again, and now is repeating this level again. So what I'm expecting them to do is retest, giving us a second leg, which is what they're currently doing. You see TDI is hitting that EMA, this red EMA on its way back up now. We'll go down to the 4-hour time frame, and there we are. Right, it's coming back up to retest this high. As long as they do not break this high, which this point right here, we are good. So I'll go ahead and insert a rectangle right here. All right, this is what we'll be paying attention to. You see, TDI gave us or penned a W right here at the market baseline that's on its way up. There's a lot of space in between TDI and that top Bollinger Band, but there's also some space in between current price action and this initial high over here. So we'll see how they behave once they get up here. Could potentially happen tonight. Go down to the 1-hour time frame. Asian range is about 43, so I don't foresee them going too much more up. TDI is outside of the Bollinger Band right now, so what I'm expecting them to do is retest during London, potentially a stop hunt right up here to the high, retesting this high, giving us a M or dropping. So it'll either be a type 1, right, which means they'll blow out the Asian box, hit that stop hunt box, which will look like this, right, give us a M and then drop, or come down. They've already given us an initial high, but come back down, right, and then retest during London at the high of the day. All right, moving on to UJ. A lot of pairs tonight. UJ on the daytime frame, they have come down. Price action has come down to the 50 EMA. Issued us a star. You see TDI has blown out of the Bollinger Bands, right, and now at the mid-level line. That's what we like to see. On the 4-hour time frame, ADR is 280. ADR times 3 is 176. That's another indicator that they could be potentially working a reversal. You see on the 4-hour time frame, we have a moon, and TDI is at the low level line. Really a lot of consolidation here, especially right below the market baseline. That comes from them not really shifting the market as much. Not really strong candles, strong vector candles until you get about here, which you can see RSI basically reflects down. So we'll go down to the 1-hour time frame. So they've given us an initial low and an initial high. TDI is on its way to the top Bollinger Band. I'm expecting them to come about the 50 EMA, retest during London, and then take off, only because ADR has been exceeded. So if they come down during London and retest at this low of the day, the Asian low, we'll take it. If they do a stop hunt, right, down to the box, the 25 pip box, give us a W. We'll take it that way as well. All right, AJ, a 4 hour time, correction on the day time frame, we have our initial high, retest, repeating the level, and a third hit, and they're coming back up currently to retest this high here. TDI is below the market baseline, which works in our favor. Lets us know that a reversal is coming. All right, and here it is, clear, a lot clearer. So 1, 2, 3 hits on this leg right here. This level lets us know that a reversal is coming. You see, first leg was outside the Bollinger Band, second leg was inside, and then third leg is even lower. Right, that downtrend lets us know that a reversal is coming. There's a lot of space in between TDI and the top Bollinger Band. But there is also some room, about 13 pips to the high. So they're gonna continue pushing up. The Asian range is about 53. So they're going to continue pushing up some. Hopefully they don't blow this box out. Anything over 55 pips, we really don't pay attention to that. We don't trade it again, because your stop loss becomes very, very wide, and it becomes a guessing game on where you should place it, and that could potentially put all your hard work at risk. So as long as they don't exceed this high, this trade will be valid tonight. TDI is outside of the Bollinger Band. Definitely do not expect them to do a stop hunt tonight to the 25 pip box. I'm expecting them to stay at the high of the day and then drop. But we'll see how much money the market maker sees up there. GU, I'm going to skip over. Nigga's going to cover that. EU, I'll skip over that as well. GJ, I'll skip over that. Let Nick cover that. And that is it for my pairs. You have any questions? Nope. Okay. I'll pass it over to Nick. All right, bro. You good?
Right, pulling up my screen now. Oh man, that's how you know I'm tired. 1 second. Sorry about this.
Been prepping for the field.
Tell me, yeah. Just give all these things a second to load in. Man. Yep, we got an opportunity in a couple pairs tonight. So GU, I think we have an opportunity finally to start actually looking at it short. But before I start here, right, check our ADR. Right, our ADR is 3 something. Yep, 323 ish. Okay, and 3 times ADR was 280. So we're looking to start taking this short. Right, we look at the day time frame. This is really part of is helping to reinforce it. We got a moon. It kind of shifted. It shifted onto this current day candle. They poked above yesterday's high, um, because that star was on this day bar right here. But as you can see, we're almost to this price point of 1.4, the 000 line. Got a bunch of pins already through it. What that looks to me is that there's a bunch of trap volume up there. So We'll be interested to see if that's the. I'll be interested to see if that's the case, because if there is, then they won't be coming. They won't be coming up above, but briefly, if they do, so as not to let those traders out. Additionally, there's some news that's going to affect the pound tonight. So we're looking for an opportunity to take that short and capitalize on it. As you can see, TDI is outside of the Bollinger Band on the day chart with the star, right? On the 4-hour chart, TDI is outside the Bollinger Band at the high level. Actually, it's above the high level still on the TDI, right? And then if we look down the 1-hour chart, right, TDI went all the way up to the extremely high level, this red dotted line, the extremely high level outside of the Bollinger Band. All of these things support um, a short bias if that's what they paint. So looking forward to that. Sometime after 12:30 is what I'm thinking, Central Standard Time. So really looking forward to that. GJ, this is a no trade, I think, right now. Still, we don't have any indicator on the day chart, right? So there's no moon, no star, no sun on the top side here. We only got this little star on the bottom side. That doesn't necessarily, granted, that doesn't necessarily make it a no trade. The TDI is still below the market baseline, right? Coming off the bottom Bollinger Band in the low level. On the 4-hour chart, TDI is outside of the Bollinger Band, and there's a moon on the 4-hour chart, but the bias doesn't quite support a true downtrend yet. Not quite yet. I think what they're going to do is they're going to continue to push up into this area where these sets of candles are, right somewhere in there at least, before pulling back. But we'll see, right? Looking at the 1-hour chart, right? It's just another strong shift to the top side. They could that could be a sign of them just hitting the stops high, picking up the rest of the long contracts, but I doubt it. We only have really two levels of rise so far, right? So 1 and 2, right? This isn't a full level to me right here. This last candle, I don't think doesn't look like a full level to me. So we're just gonna wait and see. I don't think I'm gonna trade that pair. Moving on to EG. So favoring potential buys, got a moon on the 4-hour chart, right? As you can see. Actually, take that back. And this is a no trade for now. TDI has already come back up to the market baseline on the 1-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, they've just pretty much pinned the mustard, right? The 7 EMA. So I think they're going to continue pushing down a little bit more. The daytime frame also supports that, right? They're not even close to the market baseline. There's absolutely zero signs that they're going to start pulling back up yet. So it's a no trade for me right now. I say that because ADR times 3 is 150 pips, right? We take a look at this, right? We haven't reached it yet. We still have some room to push on the ADR times 3 as well. So that's kind of where I'm at. Apologize for winging it. I got home right before the webinar. Didn't really have a lot of time to give you guys a proper check down prior to. But, we're still going to be trading throughout the next couple of weeks, even though both of us are going to be absentee traders, as they say. So just keep your phones on. And if you have questions, we'll answer them as quickly as we can with what we got going on. Anything else, Jerome?
Nope, that is it.
All right.
If you have any questions, like you said, hit us up. Other than that, y'all have a good night.